Hello and welcome to another video by Dr. IELTS, Dr. Johnny. Welcome to another video by Dr. John Tran Science. Because I've been doing IELTS video all the time, so now I'm going back to doing science video. So this is the one-on-one class. This is my student Anne, and he's working on his grade 9 math, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is the topic today? It's like representing ratio, rates and proportions. Okay, so let's go through the easy one first. Some of the sample ratios. Number of mass compared to number of catfish. Cans of frozen juice to cans of water. Okay, so can you think of some ratios you're aware of?
Is it catfish to cans of frozen juice?
No. You just have to think of any kind of ratio you can think of in real life. Like, for example, the number of, let's say, the mass of bubble in the bubble tea, for example. Like in 250 grams, in a 500 grams of milk tea, you would have about, let's say, 150 or 100 grams of tapioca pearls. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, it's just something over something. Can you give more example? Be creative.
Number of computer to phone?
Number of computer to salt?
No,
yeah,
to phone.
Could be. What else then? Okay, then just write it down. Just write it down. Motorcycle, not motorcycle, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Spelling mistake, yeah. Motorcycles to car, yeah, something like that. Now, let's go to what is ratio. Comparison of two quantities. Forehand to rooster.
It's a bit laggy.
Of course, a bit laggy. Of course, always a bit laggy. Don't worry about it. Net has always been like that. We write ratio of hen to rooster as 4/2.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Of course, I'm still here. And
Oh, sorry.
Of course, I'm still here, and the video's still rolling. Yes, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for you to read the thing.
Oh, we say the ratio of hen to rooster is 4:2.
Yeah, because we have
the ratio.
We have 4 rooster out of we have 4 rooster for every 2 chicken. I mean, so we have 4 hens to every 2 rooster. So that's why it's a 4:2 ratio.
ratio can be scaled up or down by multiplying or
dividing each
dividing.
term by same factor. So it's like what it means that the upper part and the lower part, whatever you do to the upper part, you do the same to the lower part. That's what it means. Like for example, 4 over 2, if you divide by 2 for both sides, it will be 2 over 1. So 4 over 2 actually equal to 2 over 1. And you can apply the same thing to multiplying as well.
Yeah.
So whatever you do to the upper part, you have to do the same to the lower part by multiplying or dividing. But the problem is you cannot subtract or adding something on the upper part and the lower part and expect it to be the same ratio. You know, it doesn't work that way. So let's take an example. So half is actually 0.5. I'm writing it down on like the chat. But then if you take 1 plus 1, and then if you take 1 plus 1, and then you divide it by 2 plus 1, you actually get 2 out of 3. And 2 divided by 3, it's like 0.66 something. So you see, if I add something on top and add the same thing on the bottom, it doesn't result in the same fraction. I mean, it doesn't result in the same ratio because the value is different now. One is 0.5, one is 0.67, isn't it?
Yes.
The same thing applies if you minus as well. Think about it this way. Like, for example, 1 minus 2 and divided by 2. Okay, sorry. Let's just minus 3 then. And then 2 minus 3. If I minus 3 on both sides, let's see. Let's say what it's gonna be. Minus 2 divided by minus 1 is actually 2. So you see, it all results in different ratios now with different values. So it doesn't work in terms of subtraction and addition, you know, but it does work very well with multiplication and division. Let me try it and you will see it. Okay, times 5. Okay, 1 times 5. The reason why I have to put in brackets so that you won't be confused, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say 1 times 5 divided by 2 times 5 is actually 5 out of 10, and it's the same value, 0.5. And division is the same thing too. Let's say divided by 2. If I divide by 2 on both, it's going to be 0.5 divided by 1 is 0.5. You see, it results in the same thing. Just check it out.
Oh, okay.
You see, so what I mean is that basically for fraction, or we call it ratio. For ratios, when you multiply or divide on both the upper and the lower part, it results in the same value. However, the same thing doesn't happen for addition and subtraction. So the upper part, we call it numerator.
And the bottom part, the
upper part is numerator.
Yeah.
And the lower part, we call them denominator.
Denominator.
numerator and denominator.
Meter.
Now let's just continue.
So this
Okay, just read them.
complete the table in your notebook to
No,
show
just read it. You don't have to read out loud anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay. So rooster to hen is 4 to 8. So the answer are 4 to 8, and when you just write it into like the lowest, point is 1 2, and hen to the whole group is 8 12, and when you write it to the lowest is 2 to 3.
Which is 0.67, something like that. So you see, if you add, if you do addition, I mean, it results in something else now.
Yeah. What is a rate? Recall that a rate is a ratio, but that the measurement unit are different. So it is not people compared to people, rather kilometer compared to hours. When we
Rate,
compare
okay,
running,
rate is basically similar to velocity, you know, velocity.
yeah,
Like speed,
speed,
velocity, how fast
speed.
something moves. Measurement units are different. Rate can mean something else too. Rate can mean like how much money you make per hour. Like for example, my rate right now is like 500,000 Vietnam dong per hour, for example. Just for example. How much money you make per hour, something like that, your rate. Or it can also mean like how fast you can run per hour, how quickly you can work per day, something like that. It's just how quickly or how much over a certain amount of time, I think.
When we compare running speed, we consider distance compared to time. You can say Gloria runs about 15 kilometers a day, and it takes her about 2 hours to do so. Rewrite 15 kilometer or 15 kilometer divided by 2 hours, or 15 kilometer to 2 hour, or 7.5 kilometers to an hour.
Wow, run 15 for 2 hours. She has so much time.
Dripping tap drop 2 millimeter per 5 seconds and has a rate of 2 millimeter to 5 seconds.
It's like
a ratio. Oh, sorry.
It's like the drop of water just drop down. Like every 5 seconds, 2 milliliter of water drops down. It's like that.
Yeah. A ratio can be written as part to part or part to whole, but a rate can be written only as part to part because the term in the rate have different units and cannot be combined. Called to ratio.
People always call me when I'm busy.
Oh, sorry.
No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Recall that two ratio which have been set equal to each other is called a proportion. Later on, you will see that proportion can be set up as an equation that can be solved. First, write each ratio on the right, an equivalent ratio beside it. Rooster to hen. So there's 3 hen and 3 roosters, so it'd be 1 to 1. 3 to 3 equal 1 to 1. Rooster to all chicken is 3 to 6, and which is equal to 1 to 3. Small ball to large ball is 3 to 4, and which is also equal to 15 to 20 if you multiply it. And round ball to all ball, 6 to 7 equal 18 to 21 if you multiply it by 3. And this is like
Rather
a
write
graph.
each segment a graph. Now you know it's like a physics lesson when you have to look at the
Yeah.
graph and then you have to see what's the rate. Distance divided by time. Yeah.
So segment A show that it takes 10 seconds to reach 1 meter.
Yeah, but why don't you just count well, like from 0 to 20 seconds? Because the whole line look the same now. You count from 0 to 20, you know, the whole line is just like one line, continuous. And at B it changes. At B it changes.
At
Yeah.
B it changed.
So let's just count from 0 to 20. And then from 20 to 30. And then from 30 to 35. And then from 35 to 45.
So from 0, when it took 2 meter to in 20 seconds it took 2 meter to reach it, and from B it keeps going on for it stay in 2 meter for
10
up
seconds.
to 30 seconds.
So it means that she doesn't move. It means that for that 10 seconds she doesn't move anywhere.
And then from 30 it moves up to 4 meter
Yeah.
at
For 5 seconds.
35 seconds. And
No, actually it's just 5 seconds because from 30 to 35 it's just only 5 seconds.
And
from 35
and up to 45 it still stay the same.
So it means she doesn't move for that 10 seconds.
Yeah. So she stays still for the next 10 seconds. So segment A is 0 to 0 second to 20 seconds. 0 meter to 2 meters. Segment B is just staying still for next 10 seconds. 2 meter is to stay at 2 meters. Second C is from 30 seconds to 35 seconds. And the distance is 2 meter went up to the 4 meters. And the second D is from 35 seconds to 45 seconds.
Okay.
And
Check it out.
four.
Okay, so 4 meter remain the same, right? Ah, wait, remains.
Oh, sorry.
4 meter remain the same, yeah. Or you can say that it remain unchanged. You know, it remain unchanged. ED, yeah, remain unchanged. So it means that it doesn't change, remain unchanged. Okay. Right, ratio and rate table. Okay. Did you watch this video before?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Then you know exactly what to expect. Now let's try some examples. On her vacation, Leia exchanged 48 American dollars and received $60 Canadian.
Use
the ratio table to determine how many American dollars you would receive for 20 Canadian dollar. Okay, let's use ratio table now. Just write it down on the table and then you will see.
Oh. So divide by so 20 so 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. $20.
So it means that there's a 3-time difference between like 60 and 30 and 20, right?
Yeah.
So it means there has to also be a 3-time difference between 48 and that number you're looking for.
So you must divide the 48 with 3.
Exactly, divide by 3.
48 divided by 3 is 16.
Very good. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you write it down then.
Yeah.
There you go. Ratio is $16 in the exchange for 20 Canadian dollar.
On the future, the ratio of the number of teacher to student is 2 to 12. If there were 300 students on the field trip, how many teachers would you expect there to be? If there were 300 students, so you would take the 300 student and divide by the 12 student, and you would get there are 25 students, and then you take the 2 teacher and multiply it by 25, which there would be 50 teacher to watch the student on the trip. So it would be
How many teachers we expect to be there? So
300.
For every 12 students, you need 2 teachers, isn't it?
Oh.
So for every student, there's a 2 teachers, so there's a ratio of 1 out of 6. Because 2 divided by 12 is basically 1 divided by 6. Yeah.
So
Wait, why don't you try to do this before you click on show answer?
oh, I already did it.
Oh, you did? So 300 students, you need 60 teachers. Wow, that's a lot.
There will be 50 teacher and 300 students.
Yes.
A child's height is 105 centimeter. Estimate her height in inch is 10 inches is approximately 25 centimeter. So in this you would
Inches, huh?
yeah, so 10 inches is approximately...
Okay, just write it down. Just write it down on the table below. 105.
So there. Well, you can't actually write on this, so I have to write on my notebook.
Sure, you write your notebook then.
So 10 inches. So I would take the 10 inches and divide by 5 since it's the lowest, you can multiply to reach the lowest. What's the word? Like it's like 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. The 5 I got from
2 out of 5. Yeah, a 2 out of 5 ratio.
2 out of 5. Yeah, and then the 25 I do the same, so 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5.
So 2 out of 5, yeah. 2 to 5 ratio.
So the 2 inches is equal to 25 to 5 inches. 2 inches is equal to 5 inches. So then
the answer should be 50 something inches.
And then I would take the 105 centimeter,
yeah,
and divide by the
number 5.
The 5, yeah, the 105, the 5 centimeter,
yeah,
and then multiply it by 2 because multiplied by 2, which is now equal to 42.
Exactly,
inches.
42. 42 is the answer. 42 inches.
And 42 inches. So 105 centimeter is equal to 42 inches.
Yes. Sorry, I'm not really alert in the morning. Anyway.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, but then my heart is quite sensitive to coffee. I can do tea.
So number 4 is a unit rate is a rate where one
of the quantities, what?
is 1. Wait.
What's that? you just cancel your share screen, and then when you share screen again, have to click on microphone again because I don't know why.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's I accidentally closed it.
Oh, then you turn it on again, please.
Yeah.
Okay. $36 people for buses, right? For bus. So that's a unit rate. Let's just say when you graduate and you work, if your rate is like, you know, $100 per hour, that is a unit rate. Because it's per hour, per 1 hour. But normally, salary wouldn't be that low. I mean, that high. I mean, for graduates, just fresh graduate from school, it's not that high. Just my dad. And then 10 kilo for $46. I think it's important that you put like a period and then 20 before that, because 46.00 mean that it's exactly that number 46. But when you say, when you write only $46, it can be like 46 point something, but then you just don't count it, you know? You know what I mean? 46.00 mean that it is exactly $46, not like some little cents or something like that left over, you know? Hello? Can you turn on your microphone, please, whenever...
Sorry.
Okay, you understand, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So write 46.00, like what they want you to do. I mean, That is be correct. How much is that?
It would be $4.6. For it would be so you take the 46 divided by 10 kilogram. It would be 4.6 dollar
per.
per gram.
Actually, the slash already mean like per something.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so. No. It's actually per kilogram, not per gram.
Yeah, sorry.
Be careful.
Sorry.
Be careful. You're not careful. Just have to check again and again. Let's have a habit of rechecking everything. That will save your life. Seriously, it will save your life in the future.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
avoid a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Now, comparison rate or ratio problems.
Now use this strategy you just learned to solve comparison rate or ratio problem. Caleb plays 5 behind for every 2 acres on the peach orchard.
Acre. It's called acre.
Acre, sorry.
Acre is a plot of land. It's like acre is a plot of land that equal to I think 9,000 something. I don't remember that number exactly, but an acre is like something kilometer square. Not so sure. It's just huge. Because back then land were huge, and people, when they buy land, they can buy a huge piece of land for every 2 acre on a peach orchard.
Then he placed 8 behind for every 3 acres on the
Acre.
apple orchard.
Acre. It's pronounced like acre.
Sorry. Acre on
the apple orchard.
orchard. Compare the ratio using table to find which orchard has more behind per arc.
Per acre.
Acre, sorry.
Alright, I'm sure it's acre. Let me check.
Acre.
Yeah, it's acre.
Acre. Acre. Acre.
It's acre. Alright, now please compare this to ratio and you will see.
Use the equivalent ratio to compare two quantities. Think about how you could answer the question, which is greater, 5, 2, or 8, 3? So in this I would so using the peach beehive and so in this I would have to multiply because
No, it's like actually 5, 2, 8, and then 3 you have to put in that table.
oh yeah, so
5 beehive, 5 beehive,
So-
and then 2 acre, and then the apple beehive's like 8 beehive, and then 3 acre. Yeah.
so I have to make like for the two denominator to like
Yeah,
make the
put in
same
there. It's
Yeah,
like you have to
make
compare these. You have to compare these ratios to see which one is bigger than another one.
Yeah,
Just
so
do it. I'll tell you. I'll show you how.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Can you go down? Okay.
Wait, and 10. Wait, hold on. Okay, so. Wait, just give me a second. Let me think.
Sure. Just you think. You think for yourself. When you want to compare like ratios, the hint here is to make the denominator the same. Like the lower part, it should be the same, so you can compare the upper part. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 and
So,
3, they are
I think
1.5
6.
times different, right?
Yeah, so.
Oh, you can do that. You can times you can make them like 6. It's up to you.
Yeah, so
Like
6
for
is.
example, 5 times 3
So it's
divided
5
by
times 3. 5 times. So 2 when it's reached 6, so it's multiplied 3 times. So 5. So 15, 6, and 8, 3 is 16 over 6.
There you go. You know what?
So,
You know the whole thing.
so the apple orchard has more
More than a peach one, right?
beehive. Yeah.
So we have more. So the apple orchard has more beehive per acre. Very good.
And I see the answer.
Okay, let's see what they do. So they times 2 by that.
So they.
This looks complicated, you know.
Oh,
I mean, this looks complicated. Let's just complicate matters. You don't have to do that. I mean, there are several ways to approach this problem, and what we did is we make it, you know, the denominator the same.
Yeah, so to make it the same, so it's like when the two denominator are the same, you can easily find the answer.
Exactly, we can compare the upper part, the numerator. The suggested answer. Huh?
Oh, yeah. So just
Click on that.
when you take
There you
either
go. Factor 6. Huh?
one, yeah,
That is
the
exactly
same.
what we did.
How could you have used a unit rate to determine the answer to which archer has beehive per
So it means
archer?
that you have to simplify the you have to make the ratios like something divided by 1, you know.
Divide. Yeah.
Okay, so alternatively, so 5 divided by 2 is actually equal to 2.5 1, and 8 divided by 3 it's
So it would be like a decimal number. So
you have to make like the denominator become a number 1, like, you know, unit.
oh, well, the suggested answer shows that like dividing the so 5 divided by 2 equal 2.5 behind for our
True.
kid.
Divide each by 2, each by 3. Because basically unit rate means that the denominator has to be number 1. So 5 over 2, you have to find a way to remove number 2 down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you divide each term by 2. And you get 2.5. For 8 out of 3, 8 divided by 3, you have to find a way to eliminate number 3 down there. So divide each term by 3. So you get 2.67 something. 2.7. And clearly you can see that the apple orchard has more beehives per acre. This is also another way. Ratio can be quite confusing. There are more strategies, of course. There are more ways to do this.
There are more ways, so it's not like I always think of like there's a limited way to like solve for like these ratio like factors and ratio. It's like it's hard to like find the answer when you have like a limited how you say it? It's kind of hard.
How you say what?
It's like you have a limited like solving problems, like how you solve this, like 2 divided by 3, or just like I never think that it would work. It's just only taught it would be like there's multiple ways to solve answer, but
Of course they are.
it's like I only thought there's like only limited ways, so it's kind of hard to think of more like to think outside the box.
Yeah, math teaches you to think outside the box as well. But in order to think outside the box, basically you have to be able to solve like using like conventional way first. Like the way they teach you, and then you can think of like other alternative ways. You know, step by step first, okay? You cannot expect to think outside the box when you don't know the basics. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. So I already watched this video.
Yes. Did you watch that video?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so Marlene and Nikki are jogging. To jog
Yeah.
faster overall. Okay, if you go, okay, just go down and then consolidation. Okay, let's do this.
Right, these ratio
Of oranges to apples.
So 6. So it'd be 6 to 1. Yeah, 6 to 1 because there are 6 orange and 1 apple.
Yes, this is the easiest and the juiciest too.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
you just click on the wrong button again.
Oh my god.
Never mind. Is this your laptop? Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think it has been shared before, so
Okay, maybe just move the bar. You know, it's like when you share screen, the bar of the Zoom will be up there, or down there. You just move the bar somewhere else, so you won't accidentally click on it. Like for example, I can move on top, I can move to the right, or I can move to the left. You know.
Oh yeah.
So you won't accidentally click on it.
Alright. So for the next one is
Oh,
blackberries.
Blackberries, strawberry.
Blackberries to strawberry is 4 to 3 since there are 4 blackberries and 3 strawberries.
True.
The straw, so now
Why is it just like loading still? Weird.
I think it's loading on the top. Which
It just keeps
yes,
loading.
there. Is it good now? Can you see it clearly?
Yes, I see it clearly.
So strawberry to allberry is 3 to 7, since there are 7 berries all combined. And there are 3 strawberries, so it's 3 to 7.
True. 3 to 7. Assuming the ratio is preserved.
How many blackberries are there? Berries altogether. Assuming the ratio is preserved, how many blackberries are there if there are 70 berries altogether?
Mhm.
So there would be 40 blackberries, because since you just like multiply by 10, so
True.
the
True.
berry would be like 10 times more than
Exactly.
the
You got it.
original.
Okay, very good. You got it. One pizza, one sold.
Pizza 1
Pizza
so
not.
16 piece,
Pizza one, pizza not.
and
Weird
pizza not
name.
sold 20 pizza in 3 hours. Which pizza has had the higher rate of sales?
You do it, please.
So
Just have to
there's
compare
2
ratios
ways.
now.
So there could be 2 ways. So
Mhm.
yeah, you take the 16 for the pizza one. You take the 16 divided by 2, and
So
you get
it's yeah. You do it. You do it.
yeah. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 8
8
pizza
pizza per hour.
per hour, and 20 pizza in 3 hour is 20 divided by 3. So it'd be 6.667
Yeah.
pizza in like 3 per hour. So pizza 1 sold more pizza in 1 hour than pizza not.
Not. Okay. Good.
Right as a unit rate.
Oh, this is easy. I think you did it already.
Yeah, I already did. So it would be 50 word per minute, because you take 150, you divide by 3, and you got 50 word left. And there's like 50 word. You write 50 word in 1 minute.
Okay. Let's just take a break, shall we? 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, and you continue if you want to. I mean. Okay, let's continue now. Okay. You go on.
So 48 hot dogs for 16 people.
That's 3
So
hot
in
dogs
this,
per person, yeah.
so you take 48 hot dogs and divide 16 people. So there would be 3 hot dogs per person.
There's another way. You can think of it in a different perspective. Like, you can say that for every hot dog, you have 0.33 people eating it.
Oh.
Like, for example, what if you take 16 divided by 48?
Then you would get.
Then you would have like 0.33 people per hot dog. I mean, that would work as a unit rate as well, but nobody do that. I mean, nobody do that. Even though in theory it works. Why would you take 16? Why would you take 48 divided by 16, but not the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Why not? In theory, it works that way too.
Yeah, but because in ratio there wouldn't be much of like decimal numbers, so I guess that's people doesn't use decimal number in like ratio a lot. I don't know. So I guess I'm not really sure. So this one is 1.8 kilometer in 12 minutes. So you take the 12 minutes and you divide by 1.8. No. I think you take the 1.8 kilometer and divide by 12 minutes, so you get 0.15.
0.15 kilometer per 1 minute.
Yeah.
So that's like 150 meter per minute. Like, that's not much. Not much, because 1 minute is 60 seconds and 150, so basically you move like 2.5 meter per second.
Yeah.
That's not much. I mean, that's okay speed of jump. Maybe it's a woman. Maybe it's a woman speed. Maybe.
Or D is 750 millimeter choose for 6 people. So you take the 750 millimeter and divide by 6. And then there would
No,
be
125 is like, you know, like this much. Not much.
yeah, it's not much, but it's equally shared for 6 people.
It's not much, maybe for kids only.
Yeah. 4 liter of gasoline costs $5. What's the price per liter? So this you take $5 and you divide by the 4 liter of gasoline. $5 times 2 divided by
That would
4.
be 1.3.
One.
Wait, you did not write the units. It's $1.3 per liter.
Oh,
Wait, litra, right? It's British way.
yeah, it's British.
It's a British way.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Of course, it doesn't matter.
So, what is the price of gasoline in terms of liter per dollar? So,
Liter per dollar.
per dollar.
So it's the other way around. It's the other way around. Liter per dollar. So it's like 4 divided by 5.2, isn't it? So, yeah. So in theory, why would you take A divided by B but not B divided by A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be another way around. The other way around.
So, yeah. So this would, I think you take the 4 liter and divide by $5.20, I think. Then you get like the 0.7692, but
You can write up to 7.7, I mean 0.77, isn't it? Ah, you click on the wrong button again.
My God, sorry.
Why would you click on the wrong button again? What's the combination for share screen? And it's alternate S. It's alternate S. Just don't click on that combination again. Then
Yeah, I'm sorry.
try not to click on alternate S again. What is the okay in MacBook alternate S is something. What is that function? I don't know, on Windows, on Windows there's nothing, but I don't know, maybe on MacBook it's just something.
I'm not sure. So this would be, yeah, this would be 0.77 liters per dollar. So in this C, do we need both rates in real life when will rate become useful? So in this, I think when you are like running, you're like active, like running around, moving around somewhere, going around places.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere, just somewhere. So, or maybe just like, just maybe. So I would say, there was we move when we become active. We move around and right. How you say it? Rate is useful.
Of course it's useful.
When you're driving in a car or maybe a plane, because you need them to navigate where you're traveling or stuff like that, because like there's roads, like there's signs to tell you how much you need to go at what speed, like 30 kilometer per hour, I think. Like there's road sign to like tell you how much you need to travel at the rate. Yeah. So it's useful because you don't want to drive too fast or too slow because you might bump into other people. So
exactly. Of course, so you determine how fast you go. And then maybe sometimes rate can also be useful to determine like how much people earn and how fast or how slow something goes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5. Which is the best buy and why? So store A, 6 shirt for $147. Store B, 4 shirt for $88. And store C is 3 shirt for $70. So in this so let's say the number of shirt is like the denominator and the price is like the numerator.
If you want it that way.
So
Of
it's
course,
like,
it should be that way, of course.
so
times 2, it's about 300, something like that.
yeah, so
Roughly.
store A is 147 multiplied by 2 is 147 multiplied by 2 is 294.
294, yeah.
$94 for 12 shirts.
But I'm sure in practice, I mean, this is in theory. In practice, if you buy a lot more, you get discount.
Yeah, but most likely you get a discount. So number B is 88. Yeah. So this one's like multiplied by 4 because there are like four t-shirts. It's up to 12 and number of shirt is only 4. So 88 multiplied by 4 is $352 for 52 $52 for 12 shirt in store B. And for
264, right?
Yeah, 352.
Wait a moment.
So
Something wrong. 88 times 3, it's like...
oh wait, sorry.
264, yeah.
Yes, 264, sorry. 264 and
For 1, it's...
and then for number sure store C is 3, so 70 multiplied by 4 is 70 multiplied by 4 is $288.
You know, ratios are, you can always see ratios when you go to shops. Like if you buy in bulk, you can buy in bulk, like a huge amount, you get like better price, of course, for each unit price. I mean, you will always see these kind of comparisons, like when you go to the shops or shopping malls or any kind of like, you know, buying and selling. This doesn't apply to like, you know, individuals, like when they sell things. Because individuals, when they sell things, they don't think about like these kind of promotion and things like that, you know.
Yeah. So to find how much one shirt costs, you just take the original price and for store A, you just take 147, you divide by 6 is equal to 24.5 $24.5 or $24.50 for one shirt. Store 2 is 88, so you take 88. Store B is take 88 and divide by 4, which becomes $22 for one shirt.
Yeah, $22 per shirt. It's not that expensive.
And store C,
if the shirt is high quality, then the price good.
And for store C is 70, so the price is 70, so you take 70 and divide by 3, so you get $23.33. So $23.33. So
Mhm.
the best to pick is store B because for
Cheaper.
it's only one shirt only costs $22.
Mhm. But you know, this one is only like it doesn't consider the color, the fabric, or the design of the shirt. But
Yeah.
it's basically assumed that all shirts are the same. You know.
Mm. All shirt
Remember
is the same.
that these things are only like theoretical. It doesn't consider like if the shirts are beautiful or ugly, or what's the color like, what's the fabric like, what's the brand name, something like that.
Yeah.
It assumes that every shirt is the same, which is not.
It's just like black shirt only in each store, so it's just a theory only. So the best shirt is store B. Store B has the best shirt to buy. Yeah. And that's it. That's the end of the representing ratio, rate, and proportion. Oh, oh, wait, crap.
Oh, you click on the button again.
No. I finished the
All right. Okay. So we have 18 minutes left. Let's move on to something else, shall we?
yeah.
Wait, is the ratio that short? It should have more exercises. There should be more exercises.
Well, there's next like 2.4 is like solving proportion problems.
Then you do it. I mean, we can review that, I mean.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, just turn it on, please.
Yeah. 2.4 share. Can you hear me now? So this the Earth spin 360 degree about
About its axis in 24 hours.
how many degrees does it spin in 10 hours? Degree of rotation. So how you find this is so
Same thing.
so it's been for one spin. So So if you take 360 and you divide by 2, so it's 180. So I think for 180 it's been for 12 hours. 12 hours. So 12 hours. So for dear Simon, so one strategy for solving equation with a fraction is to multiply both sides of the equation by a common denominator that make it possible to reduce the fraction, so you can work with a simpler equation.
Exactly, like you can simplify it.
Simplify it. So
Or alternatively, you can just make the denominator the same, like between 120, between 24 and 100. Then common number, it's 120.
yeah, 120. So it's in case that 100, and then you do the same with the numerator. So
exactly.
So take 360 and multiply by 12, which is equal to 1,008.
It doesn't. Between 24 and 120, it's like 5-time difference. 5-time difference. So you have to times 360 to 5.
Yeah. So So 360 multiplied by 5 is equal to 1,800. Since when multiplying 24 by 5 is equal to 120. And then set up, number one, you set up the proportion, find the common denominator for 24 and 10 cases is 120. Multiply the numerator by 5 and 12, respectively. Multiply both sides of the equation by 120 to reduce. So
like you eliminate the denominator because they're the same.
Yeah, so and then you take the
5x,
the 12 and 12x and just remove the 12 out, and then
you know what's an easier method than this?
Pardon me?
There's an easier method than this. Okay, so basically we have 360 over 24 equal to x divided by 10, right?
Yeah.
So on the right side, you see divide by 10. So when you move it to the left side, it becomes times 10, isn't it?
That's true.
Okay, so let me write it again and you will see. There you go. So I moved the divide by 10 to the left side, become times 10. And you see, so it's x equal to something, and you just basically have to work on your calculator and you get immediately the answer.
Oh. So 360 times 10 divided by 24. 60 times 10 divided by 24 is 150. So it's the same answer.
Same answer, but just different way to approach it.
Yeah. Like there are many ways to like
Of
solve.
course. That's why it's math. There's no rigid way to solve anything.
Yeah, it's that in here too. There's like so you just yeah, there are many ways to solve math. So a curiosity. So the Earth's circumference is 40,075 kilometer and 360 degree
Oh, they
in
don't
10
even
hours.
mention. Oh, they didn't even include like the comma. 40,000 comma and
Oh.
75 kilometer. They didn't even mention that. Weird. In 10 hours, the Earth rotates 150 degree on its axis. So here they give you the answer exactly as 150. In 5 hours to rotate 25. Approximate
So
time it takes from Toronto to Vancouver.
how many kilometers does Vancouver rotate during those 5 hours? Note that Earth rotates toward the east. So east is like moving to the right, so on its axis in 5 hours. 75 degrees. So yeah. Let's see.
It's the same,
Yeah, so
Just write down.
Earth's circumference is 40,000 kilometer. So in 60 degrees, so 150 degrees. So 40. Divided by sure how to solve this. Ugh.
Are you working on it too?
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
It's a big number, I know, but so that's why it takes a long time.
So,
I guess the distance is about, I think, 3,000 kilometer maybe? 3,000. Shouldn't be that
3,000.
big.
So,
Mhm.
60, so X 75 degree. So
Oh, it's 8,348.
8,400. What?
It's 8,348, yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, that's what I get. I'll just write it down for you.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
And just move the 75 to the left, and then you have
75 to the left, so
you should have about 8,900 something.
four thousand times 5 multiplied by 5 is and then you divide by 360 is 8,348.95. Yeah,
Oh,
95.
wrong one. Should have been calculator.
Oh, yeah. It's 8,348.95.
Yeah, 8,348.95 something.
Yeah. So it's when taking a flight to Toronto to Vancouver, it's about
That's a little huge distance actually.
yeah.
To Vancouver. I didn't know that Canada is that big.
It's like one of the biggest country in the world.
I mean, lengthwise, I mean, I didn't anticipate that it would be that large. You know?
Well, compared to the Earth, we're just like very small.
Compared to Russia, of course. Russia's the biggest, of course, but Canada is not that. They're not that huge, I think.
It's like, well, it's a bit page. Well, okay. Answer the following question using the method resonate with you. Remember, when you work with equation that have fraction, one approach is to determine a common denominator, and when you multiply both sides of the equation by the
Okay.
oh my god, said the server has been lost. Well, it's not, I didn't really like cut it out, it's just like
Weird. So why is it automatically just shut down? Weird.
it's just like the
Oh, turn on the microphone.
so the server just like automatically just like it says
Weird. I think it's a server problem again.
yeah. So I didn't really turn it off, so it just turned it off automatically.
Interesting. I think it's buggy because of. I mean, maybe just the site is just buggy itself.
Yeah.
Was it buggy like this when you were working on it?
Well, no, I think not really. I think it's when you I think it's when sharing the screen. It just like it was like I'm not sure. It wasn't buggy. It was, like before this was like fine.
Okay, let's try one more and then we end the lesson here. We can do that.
Okay. 15 student allow class of 35 students walk to school. The ratio is representative of the school population. How many students attend the school if 135 of them walk to school? So this so 15 equal so so 15 equals 35. So this would be 15 times P equal 135 multiplied by 35 equal. So it'd be equal 15 P and then 135 multiplied 35 is 4,725. So, and then you bring down the 15 to the 4,725. 15 is equal to. I think there would be 315 people in total.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They say that 15 students out of a class of 35 students walk to school. Ah, so basically, okay, I think I got it wrong.
So there will be 135.
If 35 of them walk to school, how much is the school population? Ah, I see now. So basically, take 135 divided by 15. That's 9 times. So 9 times 35, that would be 315. You got it right. Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Oh.
It's 315 actually. It's the total population of the school.
So there So 125 of them walk to school, while the other just take bus or cars or motorcycles. I think that's it. And I think that's it for today.
What do you say?
Is it for today?
Thursday.
Oh.
Okay, I'll see you on Thursday, okay?
Okay.
Keep on doing these things. Say again?
Have a great day.
Have a great day to you too. Basically, continue doing this one, okay? I mean, there are still a lot more. This is just like question number 1.
Okay.
Alright, don't hesitate to send me like anything you don't understand through the Zalo group, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you then.
See you then. Bye.
Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh á, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.